Hello, hi. So, I bet you've been missing my rants about driving and cars recently. So, let me give you a very special winter edition of complaints. So, here we are. This is what a road around where I live looks like any given day throughout the winter. Now, what you might not understand if you don't live in winter climates with snowbanks up to your eyeballs is what what you're looking at here. So to clarify, these are the two lanes. This is the good area where each car should go down. These are where the track marks should be if the cars were driving appropriately where they're supposed to be on the road. And here is where the track marks actually are for both lanes, which I don't think a lot of people understand. You're just looking at it thinking like, oh, hold on, let me get my draw brush. So you're just thinking, oh, like just because there's not a lot of snow in those two areas, that doesn't mean that all of the cars are driving right there. Surely the ones that are coming from this direction and who need to be in this lane are not driving there. They're driving here, and you're only seeing this part of the tire marks where it's overlapping with these guys who are just way over here for whatever reason. But no, that's not the way that it is. Driving and coming this way, there was a person in front of us and they drove exactly over these. I need another color. Driving this way, they drove exactly over these into the oncoming traffic lane. And they would do this, for example, right here, around corners, where if you happened to meet another car right here, you would both just be entirely, completely screwed. There's no way to veer off in conditions like this and not hit each other, or for one of you not to crash into a snowbank. And why do people do this? Well, one, for whatever reason, they just are physically incapable of driving on a little bit of snow rather than what they can actually see of the road, even though they can see that the actual road line is right there. They think it's perfectly fine to just use this instead. And the reason this happens is because the snowbanks are so high that throughout the day, every like half an hour or so, as the wind's blowing, the bits of snowbank will just topple down right onto the road, and then this is much harder to drive on. A little bit. It is a little bit of snow, and technically it is worse to drive on than this bit of clear. But the reason it gets to the point where you cannot drive on it, and these parts of the road are just absolutely non drivable anymore, is because everybody does this shit instead. Whereas if they just drove properly, this would have cleared itself off, and everybody could drive happily in their own lanes. But no, we have one lane now, and just winter driving is amazing. Listen, if you're gonna drive like that, stay inside. Freeze to death. I don't care. Stop doing this. Okay, rant over. Merry fucking Christmas. Hope you all get coal.